Hello everybody and welcome back. So today we are going to be adding functions to our text editor that we are building, and this is what it's going to look like. We are going to be able to open file. So let me say new file, and you can see I open this file and the content of that file is being loaded into our text box. And if I say save file, I can save that file. I can modify this file and save. I can save as, that means I want to use another name for the file. I want to duplicate it, and you can do that. And you can say new file. You can see all the content is gone. And if you're noticing, the our Windows title is also changing. Like, let's say I open a file and let's say open this test through, and you can see that the Windows the title is being updated. And if you do a new file, and you can see that now we have an untitled, right? So that's what we're going to be building, and let us get right in. Define a function called save underscore as file, and for now pass. I will define a function called save underscore file. So pass, we define another function called open underscore file. For now pass, and we say new underscore file and pass also. We need to define a function called update underscore title, and for now pass. And then let's connect all of this to our commands. So the save file will say command equals save file, and then the open file we're going to say command equal open file. The save as file we're going to say command equals save as file, and the new we're going to say command equal new file. So that is going to add it for us. And now if we run the code, there is no any output, because all of them doesn't, all the functions doesn't do anything. So let's say if I say print clicked, then if sorry, I think I just messed something up. So if I save that, and now just watch my terminal, and if I say save file, you can see that click got printed right here. So what we are going to do next is so let's start creating our functions. So we need to define a function called path, and we say global path, and then right here I want to import something. So I want to say import tkinter.file dialog as fd. So I want to say content equal text box. So our text box are created right here, and then we want to say textbox.get. So we want to get the items that are in the text box, or the text that are in the text box. If you want to save something to a file, we need to get the text that I want to save and then write it to a file, right? So content is going to be textbox.get 1.0 to tk the end. So this is going to grab all the text from line 1 through the end of the document, or wherever the line ends. So I want to say file underscore name. Since we are saving as file, we have to store we have to create a name for the file in a path. So we're going to say fd.ask open save as file, and then title we call save as, and then if file name path equal file name. Then what we are saying here is that if the user enter a file name, we want to set this path variable from none. We want to set it to the file name, so that whenever we want to use the save file function, since the file path is already saved, all we need to do is write it there. We don't need to ask for file name anymore, right? So you can say file name dot write content. So what we are doing here is we are in the file name, we are writing this content right there. The content we get from the text box, we are writing it inside the file name. So we're going to say file name dot close. So if you finish working with your file, of course you should close it. So let's test that to see if it works. And then if I say we are testing, and then if I say, since it is the save as file is first created, I click the save as file. I'm going to say testing.txt. So this you need to specify the extension, since we didn't specify any file types right here. And then say, and if I save that, and to verify that it really worked, I'm going to open file right here, the testing. You can see that it is there, and if I open it, you can see we are testing right there. So now that I have our save as file, let's create our save file function. So again, global path. So if not path, so if path, what we are saying here is if path is none, right? So if not path, that means if path is not present, that means it is none. We should call the save as file instead. And else, if path is already set right here, we want to just say file equal path dot we want to open that file. Since we have already closed it here, we want to open it, and what we want to open is the path dot name. If we don't put this path dot name, it is not going to work, and we want to open it in a writing mode, and we can say file dot write, and what we want to write, we didn't define it here, so we want to say content equal textbox dot get 1.0 to tk dot end. So just the same thing as we did here. So the content we are grabbing. So I'm going to say file dot write content. So I want to also close it. So file dot close, and then let's save that and run it, and let's say we are testing again. So I'm going to say save file. You can see that the save file as what triggered instead. So if I save it as something like testing again underscore again dot txt, and if I save file now, you can see that that dialog box didn't pop up. And let's kind of say again, and we can save file. And now to verify that, let's open the, you can see you have the testing again. Let's open it, and you see you have the first time wrote we are testing again, and then I added this again and again and again, and the file dialog didn't show. So now our save file function is functioning properly. Before continuing, before creating the open file, let's first create this update title, and then so this is just going to be a, in fact, let's say just 2 lines. So path, so we are setting the path as a global variable again. So right here I'm going to say window.title. So the title for the window is going to be a formatted string with text edit, and then what is going to be here is I'm going to add a one line logic. So we're going to say path dot name if path else untitled. So notice the quotations right here. So the first one was a double quote, and then this untitled is a single quote. So if you kind of use, let's say, single quote, you might get an error. And if you use single quote right here, then you should use double quote right here, and that is going to work. So what we are basically saying here is that path.name, so you should prefix this with path.name if path. So if path is true, that means if it is not none, so maybe you have set it here, then you should put this variable through the path.name, else you should put untitled. So let's save that, and then let's call the update title function. So sorry, and then we are going to call the update title whenever we save file, and we are going to call it whenever we save as file, and we are going to also call it whenever the window is run, or you run the code. So you can see right here we have untitled text, right? And if I say file title updated, and if I say save file, and I'm just going to save it as this save file again, I'm going to overwrite that with this one. You can see that I have this path right here, that home videos project text again.txt and text edit, right? So now the file title is being updated. Now let's create our open file. So you're going to say file, again global path, so file through open equal fd.ask open file. So title equal sorry title equal open file, and then we can say if file to open. So if the user selects a file, we want to set the path to this file that was opened, and want to read the content of the file so that we can insert the content into our text box, right? So we say content underscore of file equal file to open dot read, and then we can say content of we can say text box. Now we are calling our text box dot insert 1.0 sorry not 1.0 tk dot end. So we are inserting it at the end, and what we want to insert is going to be our content of file, right? Then we can say file to open dot close, and then we can call our update title function again, and then let's run that and see. And now I'm going to open file and open this testing. Open, you can see we are testing. Wow, it worked. Let's open another file. Let's say this test.txt. You see we are testing this. We are testing. You see now our file, our code as a bug. You see, because you can see that we are testing from the first file we first opened is still there, and the second file we opened, its content also gets in there. You can see if I open another file again, you can see that is still there again. This is not good for our code, so let's kind of fix it. It's a very easy fix. So just come here in before inserting content through the text box. We want to first clear the text box. We want to delete all the items that are in the text box. So we're going to say text box dot delete 0.0 to tk dot end. So this is going to delete the items from index 0 through the last index. So I'm going to run that again, and let's see if it works. So open file, I'm open this testing. You can see we are testing. Open another file, I'm going to open this testing again. You can see file title updated. Wow, and we are testing is gone. And let's say open file, I'm going to open this file, and you can see we are testing this, and the file title updated is gone. So now that our code works properly, all we need to do is just one thing left. So that's the new file, right? So this is a very easy thing. So we're just going to say global path again. Now I want to just clear everything. Since we are just saying new file, I want to just clear everything. So we're going to say path equal none. So we are setting the path now to none. And now we can also say text box dot delete. So we're going to delete 0.0 to tk dot end. So we are going to update the title again. So now everything is complete, and if we run that, you can see that we have this is can say this is nice, and I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to say new. You can see that is gone, this is nice is gone, and the title is untitled. And if I open file text again, you can see we have a title here updated. And if I say new, now it's untitled, and we can start a new file afresh. So this completes our text editor. So in another video, I'm going to compile this text editor into a .exe file, that means a Windows executable file, which I can just share with everybody, my friends, and even you guys. You can download it somewhere, use it as your text editor, just like a very lightweight text editor. And yeah, this completes our project, and see you in the next video. And before that, cheers. So if you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification icon to get all our latest video updates. Bye. Thank you.